Well, it was kind of an interesting first day in many ways here at Headingley. Didn't start promisingly with the weather and the light, Mitch, but how did you see England's decision to bowl first, and how did you see them using their use of those early conditions, I suppose?
Well, I think I sort of thought at the first that it was a good toss to lose. One of those ones where it looked like the pitch was a little bit dry. It's got a few plates on there, so I think as the game sort of goes on, the pitch will break up a bit more. Might be a bit of that uneven bounce. But yeah, look, in the end, they've made the right decision with the result. I think the way they started today, they had Australia twofer. I think they bowled probably a little bit too short at times. They made Australia... I mean, they played and missed a lot. David Warner, if you look at, brought around the wicket to him. It probably wasn't enough hitting the stumps, the top of the stumps, that length. That's just how I sort of saw it today. They have bowled better, England. I was still again surprised at Wokes not bowling as much in those conditions, because he bowls like a really full length. He'll hit the top of the off stump. I guess they're really relying on Archer again to see that pace. His pace was definitely down today. I think he only bowled a couple around that 90 mile an hour mark. So it was interesting. I'm not sure whether that was a clear decision that he made, that he wanted to just try and get the ball up there fuller, trying to move it around, or was he just a little bit tired? Because they had to turn around pretty quickly, and he bowled 45 overs in that last test match. But I think probably at the start they would have been happy with 2, but they would have liked probably 3 going into the break.
Yeah, they did have that period. The reason that they didn't get more early on was, of course, that partnership between Marnus, Labuschagne and David Warner, who has struggled to this point. It seems to be the number 4 spot in the Australian side. That's the magic number, isn't it?
Well, he's done so well again. He's come in, he's just gone out there and played his game. He's so patient. He leaves the ball really well, and he's got that bit of grit about him. So that's what works really well. He's sort of making a name for himself at number 4. But look, it was just good to see Davey. He looked really patient. He let the ball go. There was a couple of close calls that I thought that were close to hitting his bat with Leeds. It sort of happened in Lords as well, where he let a ball go and it sort of went off not the face, but it was off the toe end. So he was quite close with a couple of the leaves today, but I think he was just waiting for the ball to be under his nose, nice and full. And he looked pretty confident. He was nice and loud with his calls, running between the wicket. The partnership that they had was really vital for Australia to get some sort of total on the board.
Well, then we had the last sort of session of play where England did really run through Australia, particularly Jofra Archer, 6 wickets. You talked about him being down on pace, but What did you make of that sort of last session and the way he bowled there?
Well, a couple of things I wanted to say about like that partnership was going along quite well, and then it sort of looked like it might have been the wrong decision to bowl first, although the ball was doing plenty, and conditions with the overcast were on and off with rain. So they sort of broad bowled an absolute beauty. Top of off, that's where you're meant to bowl the ball, the top of off, and use the angle of the crease going around. So he'd bowled to head, bowled really well, and then just ran through. I mean, Archer seemed like he just never gives up. He's the Energizer Bunny in a lot of ways, it seems like, but Root just relying on him. It's his second test match, and there's that huge reliance on Archer already. Whether they're relying on him too much, are they going to burn him out? From a cricket fan point of view, I hope that he doesn't get burnt out, because he's such an exciting guy to watch, and what he's done here today has been outstanding. To get his first 5 for 6 for in the end was absolutely outstanding. So he deserves it. I hope the conditions stay like this, so the Australian team can go out there and sort of, I guess, get their turn in these conditions as well, and because we have seen the ball swing all day, do enough off the pitch. So interesting day. We're on and off with rain. We had a lot of stoppages. The light.
Who's on top, did you think, after day 1?
Well, England are on top now. Definitely 100%. If Australia could have gone through and got If they were 5 down, I think they would have been very happy in that position. If Tim Payne was still out there with Marnus, I think they would have been extremely happy with that. But yeah, you've got to say that England are on top now. They've won the toss. They put Australia into bat. It's been the right decision now. If you look at it, bowled them out for well under 200. Yeah, they'll be pretty happy with that.
Well, we'll see how things transpire over the next few days. The good news is that there's no rain forecast, and hopefully it'll be lots of sunshine here at Headingley.